What are you watching?
What are you watching? Elodie, le film!
The fateful day I stepped into the Valamar Riviera Hotel and Residence, Poreč. I was blinded by the gleaming facade, unaware of the dumpster fire that awaited me within. As I entered, I was greeted by Ivan, the front desk receptionist, whose arrogance was only rivaled by his incompetence. He seemed to take pleasure in making me feel unwelcome, like a pestering fly buzzing around his ear. I must admit, I was initially charmed by the hotel's proximity to the Venice ferry, a mere 30 meters away. But, oh, how that charm was short-lived. My room, if you could even call it that, was a sorry excuse for a decent abode. The view? A majestic sight of air conditioning vents, building walls, and a tiny sliver of sea, obfuscated by a ship that beamed a blinding light into my window at night. It was as if the hotel was trying to drill a hole into my skull, screaming, "You'll never sleep again." And don't even get me started on the bed. One flimsy blanket for a double bed? It was an affront to humanity, a slap in the face, well, you get the idea. I felt like I was sharing a blanket with the entire hotel staff, and I'm pretty sure they were all secretly laughing at me. But, I digress. The real tragedy was the showerhead, which decided to take a vacation from functioning properly. Water dripped from the pipe like a sad, lonely tear, and the receptionist's response? "Sorry, we'll fix it tomorrow." Tomorrow? Tomorrow is a myth, a lie, a cruel joke. In that moment, I felt like I was stuck in some bureaucratic Groundhog Day, doomed to repeat the same miserable experience ad infinitum. And the breakfast? Oh, the breakfast. A pitiful excuse for a meal, with lukewarm water masquerading as tea and a sad, congealed spread that might as well have been a science experiment gone wrong. It was as if they took all the leftover ingredients from the previous night's dinner, tossed them into a blender, and hit puree. But what really got my goat was the parking, a whopping few kilometers away. You know, because nothing says vacation like a leisurely stroll through the parking lot, wondering if your car will still be there when you return. Now, I know what you're thinking, but what about the staff, aside from Ivan? Well, my friends, let me tell you, they were about as motivated as a sloth on Valium. It was as if they were all trapped in some sort of bizarre, hospitality-themed hostage situation, forced to serve with a smile that screamed, "I'd rather be anywhere else." You see, the Valamar Riviera Hotel and Residence, Poreč, is a masterclass in how to take a beautiful location and turn it into a soulless, profit-driven monstrosity. It's a crying shame, really. They're so focused on lining their pockets that they've forgotten the most basic principles of hospitality, comfort, respect, and a decent blanket. So, dear friends, let this be a warning to you, avoid this dump like the plague. Trust me, your sanity, and your blanket, will thank you. What do you think, dear audience? Have you ever had a similar experience? Share your horror stories in the comments below. Script content. Oh, you know, I was just looking into what happens near Valamar Riviera Hotel and Residence, Poreč, and wow. Like, businesses there, they can be so sneaky sometimes. Tourists come for nice holiday, but some shops? They just want to take money, you know? First, jewelry shops near Valamar Riviera Hotel and Residence, Poreč. They can be really tricky. One German tourist bought a gold chain for 1,200 euros, thinking it was real gold. But when they went home, fake. Just gold-plated brass. The shop said no refunds, and police just shrugged. Probably the tourist cried, you know? And the shop? Still open, still selling fake gold. So sad. Then, electronics stores in Poreč, near Valamar Riviera Hotel and Residence. Oh my god. One Italian family bought a new phone, but when they opened the box, old, used phone inside. And the store workers? They said, you swapped it, and threatened to call police. Like, how mean is that? The family probably felt so stupid, so angry. And the store? Still there, probably doing same thing to others. Oh, and souvenir shops near Valamar Riviera Hotel and Residence, Poreč. They charge tourists triple price. One British guy saw locals pay way less for same thing. When he asked why, the workers got mad, told him to leave. Like, why be so greedy? He probably just walked away, feeling cheated. And the shop? Still overcharging tourists every summer. And grocery stores? Oh no. Some had card skimmers, tourists paid, then later, money gone from account. Police found the devices, but too late. People lost so much. And the stores? They acted innocent, But who knows? Maybe workers were in on it. It's just, why do this? Tourists come to relax, not get scammed. But near Valamar Riviera Hotel and Residence, Poreč? Some shops just see them as walking wallets. So sad. Valamar Riviera, Poreč, a business landscape assessment. The businesses surrounding the Valamar Riviera Hotel and Residence, Poreč. They're disappointing. Honestly, it feels like a collective sigh of resigned mediocrity hangs over the area. It's not a place brimming with entrepreneurial spirit, or genuine hospitality. Instead, it's a landscape where opportunity seems to have been met with a distinct lack of care, and frankly, a good dose of opportunism. You'll find a pervasive sense that the location, near a popular hotel, is considered sufficient reason for success, eliminating the need for actual effort. It's disheartening. I feel a sort of ache in my chest when I consider it. It's as if the potential for joyful experiences has been systematically eroded. This assessment isn't based on isolated incidents, but a pattern emerging from the feedback received. The experience is consistent, across various sectors. It's a pattern that implies a systemic issue, a sort of collective fatigue with the concept of genuine service. Let's begin with establishments like Galerija Porec. Shopping centers in this area, as a whole, appear to be struggling under the weight of their own popularity. The sheer volume of visitors transforms what could be a pleasant experience into a logistical nightmare. Imagine a river of people, all flowing in the same direction, occasionally bumping into each other, and utterly suffocating any chance of a relaxed browse. Reviews detail agonizing traffic congestion just reaching the entrance, a situation exacerbated by a complete disregard for efficient traffic management. It's a bottleneck designed to induce frustration. And once inside, the experience doesn't improve. There are reports of staff at stores like New Yorker exhibiting blatant rudeness, a sort of dismissive arrogance that suggests they're doing you a favor by allowing you to spend your money. This isn't a one-off. Numerous accounts highlight a lack of basic courtesy. It's as if the staff have collectively decided that customer service is an optional extra. One reviewer mentioned the store being closed well before the advertised closing time, another felt completely ignored. The feeling is a constant one, of being unwanted and unwelcome. It's enough to make one question the very purpose of retail. It's almost as if they hate tourists. The inconsistency of operating hours is also a theme. A Google listing claiming Sunday operation until 10 p.m. is rendered meaningless when you arrive to find the doors firmly shut at 6 p.m. It's a betrayal of trust, a casual disregard for public information. I feel my blood pressure rising slightly, just thinking about the wasted journeys and dashed expectations. Several comments highlight the emptiness of the galleries and stores, with complaints about a lack of foot traffic, resulting in a self-fulfilling prophecy of emptiness. The place feels abandoned, even when crowded. Moving to wellness facilities, specifically Poreč Wellness and Spa Balance, Valamar Pina, we find another area plagued by, shall we say, compromised standards. These establishments seem to operate under the assumption that the name itself is sufficient to attract clientele, and the actual quality of service is secondary. Accounts describe a general state of unpleasantness. One review, stark in its brevity, simply states "Nahodvratniye misto sta sambadiya, the most disgusting place I've seen." It's unsettling. Another user described being treated as guests of the second class while opting for an all-inclusive package. The all-inclusive is a lie. The service is atrocious, drinks taste watered down. It's a fundamental failure of hospitality. There's a disturbing implication that the spa prioritizes profit over providing a genuinely relaxing and rejuvenating experience. It feels cynical. It's a place where your well-being is merely a transaction. Then there's Erta. Restaurants here, generally speaking, appear to be overpriced, underflavored, and aggressively minimalist in their offerings. The menu tends towards vegan options, which isn't inherently a negative, but the reviews suggest that this focus comes at the expense of taste and value. One diner described the prices as privileg, too high, and the food as lacking any discernible flavor. Another complained of a watery lemonade that induced burping. It's not a culinary adventure, it's a culinary disappointment. The complaints about the lack of air conditioning, and the high prices only serve to amplify the sense of being ripped off. There's a recurring theme of food described as tasteless or bland. It feels like a place designed to extract maximum profit with minimal effort. Furthermore, there is the matter of heat. Several reviewers complain of stifling heat inside the restaurant, creating an uncomfortable dining